Breaking news. As a bribe, Kadyrov offers Kyiv prisoners of war in exchange for the U.S. lifting sanctions on his horses. State-run Russian media said on Friday that Russian President Ramzan Kadyrov offered Ukrainian prisoners of war in exchange for the lifting of restrictions against his family and horses. The offer was made by former American intelligence officer Scott Ritter while visiting Grozny, the capital of Chechnya. Kadyrov, who is loyal to Russian President Vladimir Putin, is the president of Chechnya. Prior to Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine, sanctions were imposed on Kadyrov and his family by the United States and its Western allies. Dozens of other high-ranking Russian officials and Putin supporters were also subject to these penalties. Rumor has it that Kadyrov told Ritter, a former U.S. official and current Russian media darling, that they have detainees from the Donetsk and Lugansk provinces. The list of prisoners of war is something I am going to share with our guest. I will relinquish these individuals if sanctions are lifted against my mother, my daughters, innocent people, and horses, with the exception of myself, the Chechen warlord added. The state news agency TASS reports that during the transfer of the list to Ritter, a videotape of the detained Ukrainians was shown. According to reports, Kadyrov then suggested releasing 20 Ukrainian inmates in return for lifting sanctions on his family, planes, and even his beloved horses. As of yet, the motivations for Kadyrov's decision to contact American authorities through Ritter, a sex offender with a checkered past as a UN weapons inspector and Marine Corps analyst, remain unclear. Among other things, Ritter was found guilty of having illicit contact with a juvenile in 2011. From 2012 to 2014, he spent nearly a full year behind bars in the United States. For comment, Newsweek has contacted the United States Department of State. Russian state-owned media, such as the outward-facing RT and Sputnik, have made him a regular contributor in recent years. He frequently promotes narratives favorable to the Kremlin and an anti-NATO agenda. An August 2023 action against Imani Kadyrova. The mother of Kadyrov was part of a larger attempt by the U.S. State Department to promote accountability for individuals and entities connected to forcible transfer and deportation of Ukraine's children. The State Department has also imposed sanctions on the Akhmet Kadyrov Foundation, AKF, which is run by his mother. The AKB is allegedly utilized by the Kadyrov family to initiate the re-education of Ukrainian children in camps outside of Grozny in the Chechen Republic. The limits have been strongly criticized by Kadyrov, who was sanctioned by the U.S. in 2017 and 2020, for being unjust, illegitimate, and unethical. He stated that the penalties placed on his mother were a deliberate and cynical disregard for all ethical norms. And he published a video in September 2023 urging that the U.S. remove them. The West's and the United States' irrational sanctions actions no longer shocked me. And now, out of nowhere, my own beloved mother is now on the list. Everyone is aware that she is solely involved in charitable endeavors, Kadyrov stated in the video. I need a response, please, remove the sanctions immediately, Kadyrov demanded. You have my eternal regret for punishing my mother in this way. Absolutely, I will. Since 2007, Kadyrov has led Chechnya. International organizations have accused him of supervising human rights abuses, such as abductions, torture, extrajudicial killings, and repression. As part of Putin's army, his Chechen fighters have participated in the full-scale invasion of Ukraine, meeting with Chechen Governor Ramzan Kadyrov in Russia's Grand Kremlin Palace on October 5, 2017. In a public statement, Kadyrov criticized the United States for its sanctions against him and his family and demanded their lifting in return for 20 Ukrainian prisoners of war.